Hey there. So today I'm going to talk about URL shortening services. And you've probably seen these, maybe not in email, but probably in your instant messaging or in text messages. It's always that thing like bit.ly slash some folder. You've seen them. That's a shortened URL. And we're going to talk about those today because they are dangerous. So yeah, first let's talk about what a URL actually is. Well, URL, Uniform Resource Locator, it's basically the pointer to a website on the internet. So http www.google.ca, that's a URL. It goes to the google.ca domain and we'll pull up the Google search page. Another example might be https www.facebook.com/va5apa. Well, that's a location on the internet. It's on the facebook.com domain, and the /va5apa, that's a specific folder into that domain. And in this case, that's my Facebook page. So these are just, simple examples of URLs. But if you're browsing around the web and you keep an eye on that URL line in your browser, you're going to see that URLs can become very long and very complicated. So if you need to send somebody a long, complicated link, it can be tough to copy and paste something like that. So you might use a URL shortening service. What this service will do is we'll let you put the link you want into it, and it will in turn generate this short link. And it could be something catchy and memorable. There are a number of these services out there, but it'll create something small that you can use. And that's fine if you're sending something to your friend, like if they know it's from you and they can trust you, that trust it really came from you, they might click on it and that's fine. But the problem is that many of these services, these publicly available services, they are severely abused, right? That shortened URL, you really have no idea where it's going to go when you click on it. It could send you down a real rabbit hole. Like you have no idea. And that is what makes them so dangerous, right? You don't know where a link like that will take you. Now, even back in 2016, one of the most popular redirecting services or short URL services is bit.ly. Even back in 2016, it was estimated that like 90% of the links that they hosted or that they used all led to malicious websites. And in fact, even today, if you look on some site reputation services, they are still the number one most abused redirection service that's out there. So when you see these short URLs, they might be catchy and memorable, but they can be extremely dangerous. So you got to be really careful. Lots of spam filtering tools now will look at these blacklisted URLs, these short URLs, and they'll automatically just consider that spam and block them. But as I said earlier, that doesn't stop them from appearing in instant messages or in text messages. And so, you might be on your phone one day and get a text message saying, here's your refund from SaskTel, here's your refund from Rogers, here's your tax refund from Revenue Canada or the IRS or whatever. And it'll have this shortened URL there, this bit.ly/something or tinyurl.com/something. It'll be this short link. And again, you don't know where that link is going, so you just absolutely cannot click on it because it will invariably be dangerous, right? If it's coming in an unsolicited message like that, it's going to be malicious. So you really can't trust shortened URLs for the most part. Now there are services that will sort of decrypt. They will identify where the shortened URL is actually going. So services like urlxray.com, or another one is shorten.it, shorten it. They'll show you where the redirect is actually going. So if you do get something that you're really interested in figuring out where it goes, you can use something like that to take a look, and that might be helpful. So, knowing that these are severely abused, most reputable sites, if they want to use a shortened URL, they're not going to use a public service like that. They're going to use something that's on their own domain. So a good example of that is, for example, I listen to Steve Gibson's Security Now podcast a lot. And a lot of times in his show notes, he'll use his own URL shortening service, which is a grc.sc, and he'll give out a link like grc.sc/something. And in that case, I know that's coming from him. I can trust him. I know that he owns that domain, and he's the only one controlling it. So I know that it's safe to click on that. The other ones, the publicly available ones, well, anybody can create, a link to go anywhere. So they're not trustable. You can't trust where they're going to go. So the takeaway message really is that when you see these shortened URLs, you just can't click on them. Unless they're coming from a really trusted source that you know is good. I would just never click on any of these shortened URL services, because honestly, you don't know where it's going to go. You don't know what tracking is being done. It's probably going to take you to a malicious website that, might try to infect your computer or warp your browser or be a phishing expedition or some other type of malicious kind of thing. So you just want to avoid these short URLs altogether, because they're just too dangerous. All right. I hope that was interesting. Let me know if you have any comments. You can always send me a message or leave a comment, and that's great. If there's any topics you'd like me to cover, of course, you can give those to me as well, and I will endeavor to take those in. Alrighty. You have yourself a great weekend. Bye-bye.